Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. Now, unfortunately, I cannot give you a proper video on what I'm about to talk about. What I'm about to talk about had a massive amount of content added to it, and it was taking on high-level activities with the minimum amount of risk to your fleet. This here can apply to T10 missions, dead spaces, fleet rallies, special fleet rallies, anything of the sort and everything of the sort. It's all fitting under this one massive window. Okay, so let's start off with this whole story. So when you jump into something like a dead space, if you jump in with your entire fleet at 0, you're going to get locked onto very quickly, and attacks will start to pile on you extraordinarily quickly. These are the standard actions of any fleet the moment anything warps in. Now this here applies to just about every ship except for scout class vessels. So obviously I'm not showing a scout class vessel, and showing them is a waste of time. They're costless basically in terms of how cheap they are. They're about 2 million a piece. They don't have any firepower, they don't have any defensive capabilities, and they have the smallest cargo hold you could ever imagine, because they can carry only less than 10 cubic meters worth of items in their cargo hold. So if you're going to drop anything from them, it's going to be something like a ship debris, and putting a ship debris out at about 3 to 600 isn't going to hurt anybody. It's just going to be this crazy long-term fight that you're going to be in. You're going to enjoy it from the moment it starts till the moment it ends. It's going to be quite an exhilarating thing for you to do. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to jump in with your scout. You're going to fly it off till you reach 150 to 300 meters. 300 meters is a safe point where you can jump to, and you won't be fired on or have anybody following you to reach that area. So at 300 you set up your first box. You then go back into 150, you set up the next box. You continue on till you're exactly 90 degrees away from your box, and you set up your next box at 150 from the anomaly, and you continue on to 300. This allows you to have multiple fleet exit points. This means that every time you are in a fight, say for example you're at 150 and too many small ships are coming in, they're too close and they're going to get you with too many points, you can simply warp off to the next 150 because you already aimed at it, and once you enter onto that there, you realign yourself to the other 150 while firing on the fleet which is now coming at you. You knock out all the small ships, so you no longer have a problem and you can keep fighting. Now obviously this is for something like a dead space, something like a minor scout or any one of those simple anomalies. And yes, the cost to it is negligible. You're using 20,000 or 30,000 to actually help you generate far larger amounts of capital. And that is the way in which you can do this here to actually bolster up your own activities. So you find these scouts, you find these anomalies, you find these dead spaces, and you set them up so that you can play it in this manner. Once everything is set up, you come in with your fleet. Now when your fleet reaches the bottom, the first thing they're going to do is warp out to one of these boxes. They don't even have a second to do it. So the instruction is they hit enter on the gate and they open the loot page and they jump to your box. When they reach your box, they do not harvest the items from within the box, they just sit at the box. Once they reach this point, it's up to them to either stay at 150 or move on to the 300 point to allow the rest of the fleet to enter and reach a safe point. Once all of this is complete, everybody can go to their point and everybody can set up. Now you can set up an entire dead space ahead of you entering. So that means all 4 rooms of the dead space are set up with these points at 150 and 300. You can do this in a regular anomaly, but it's going to become a bit difficult later down the line, and you can actually isolate it and filter out your searches. So when it comes to doing this, all you've got to do is know how to set up the name on your anomaly. Whoever has the lowest letter name, or whoever can make sure that their name comes before any other debris, will definitely give you the best chance. So if you have this here at the top, it's permanently going to be there no matter how much of debris is on the field. It also can help you with big ships picking up debris from an anomaly. Example, you wipe out the entire fleet inside a dead space and you have debris scattered from 10 to 150 meters away from you. Every time you jump to 150, it does take a few seconds, but if you have these multiple points for you to jump to, you can always jump to 300 and jump back inside, pulling up every single piece of equipment as you go. This here allows you to have quick motion between long distances. It means that you don't have to take that long slow path with a battleship, for example, or any type of slow pickup ship. You're going to pick up everything, you're going to just leave it as a big empty stack within a matter of minutes. These small things that you've set up is going to help you. When you reach the end, you'll find you're going to walk to each one of them, pick them up, and then you have your entire set for whatever it is that's going to move forward. You then move forward all the way till your last level. Everything is picked up. You get to your station, you drop off all your loot, and everybody wins at the end of the day because loot pickup was quick, and the amount of time it took you to complete the entire operation may have been a little bit longer than expected, but it was easier for you to complete. You could do it with smaller numbers. The requirements of the Guardian weren't as heavy or taxing as they normally would be, and you overall managed to complete something ridiculously difficult in a shorter amount of time than would have normally been needed. At the end of the day, this is purely up to every individual to choose to use a method like this or to go at it the hardcore style. Hardcore style is you go in with your ship at 100, you fight your way out till you reach your save points, you drop it with your entire fleet, you hope that nobody gets webbed and scrammed, you hope that nobody gets destroyed, you hope that everybody has enough shield or enough armor to make it through the fight without being destroyed, and that is the hardcore system of doing these activities. If you go back on my channel, you'll find that there's a guide to doing missions. You actually see me doing this warping around. Unfortunately, I am in Nullsec at the moment, and Nullsec is a way richer environment than Highsec. It is the reason why I'm playing at this region, and the catch with this region is the reward from destroying enemies comes with the risk of safety. Unfortunately, just yesterday I did cause some problems for myself when I didn't kill somebody who was fighting me. As a result, I may or may not be in a little bit of trouble when it comes to that person coming back for revenge. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and basically from there we'll have a look at things at the next date. So yeah, okay. This was the crazy thing to talk about right now in the start. I know that it isn't the most important thing to a lot of players, and one of the other things is you can't even use this up to the highest level activity, which is fleet rallies and special fleet rallies. Unfortunately for those, it's meant for the capital ships at this point. If you warp out to something like 300 or past 300, you set up your box and you just sit there. You won't have to move because you'll be in the safe zone. Nothing is going to charge you. You can fire without them making up ground against you. And at the end of the day, you really do score a lot more with this particular method than you would in any other particular style. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope that you all do enjoy, and please remember that there is an Omega giveaway that is on my channel on Saturday. If you want to participate in it, make sure that you follow the content on Sheev's channel. He has a code for the giveaway, and there will be a code from me within the week. Now obviously, if you have been following my videos all throughout the week, you haven't yet received the code, and that's just the way that it is. So catch you all then, and